Okay, so many people probably look at me and think like, if they don't know me, I mean, the guys, you guys that know me are like, whatever. Like she like loses things all the time. Like I try to be a planner and I'm just not, like, I'm not organized. I don't have like, I'm not super systematic. Like I don't have like things like, okay, here you go, duplicate this and this is how it works. I'm not organized. Melanie Mitchell is like the most organized, like plotted, planned out year person. She's like organized for a whole year. That like makes me want to like throw up to think about like, that's what I have to do to be successful. But I don't. Amy Silverman is like disorganized all over the place. You know, she's like, I'm like everywhere and she's very successful. So I used to think that you have to do it this certain way, and that's what I taught. And that's just not true. It's like whatever is happening naturally and organically for you, that's helping you to grow your business and serve, you know, support other people and help them reach their goals. And in turn, you reach your goals. That's when it becomes really fun. And that's the point that I'm at. And I know a lot of you have experienced me going through those stages of like, replacing my nurse anesthetist job with like being a Beachbody coach and hating my nurse anesthetist job and then hating being a Beachbody coach because it wasn't fun. It was like pressure and it was like, you know, pushing people so that I could reach this certain goal because that's what, you know, corporate wants, to be an elite coach. And I mean, they pushed us. Like when we went to leadership this year, they were like, you need to be elite. Like if you're right now saying like you're giving up on that goal, like you need to be repeat elite, and we're going to do a cheers. We're going to have like a champagne toast next year at leadership with you because you're another, like, got the elite mastermind session. And I was already like, I'm not going to be an elite coach and I'm fine with it. And it didn't, like, their talks didn't make me go, like, for one day I was like, okay, I can do all these things. I can talk to my team. I can get them on board. And then I was like, you know what? No, I just don't want to do it. Like, I want to have fun. I'm not saying that you can't love it and have fun and find joy and be an elite coach. You can. A lot of people do. But if that's a natural byproduct of what you're doing and you're having fun and like being elite is like, it just makes its way to you because you work hard and it's joyful, then by all means go for it because it's an amazing thing if it's a byproduct of what you're already doing in your business. But it's not an amazing thing if it's like the end goal and it's like, you know, egotistically driven. Like when I become elite, that's when I'm a good coach. Cause that's what it was for me. I needed that validation. I needed to be like, I'm elite, so I'm good. You know, I'm good at this, you know, and it's not true. It didn't mean anything. And that's why this year I was like, it just doesn't mean anything. So anyway, that's my soapbox. I love sharing. I love like hearing that, Celia, like that all happened like so naturally and organically. And, you know, my point is there's no secret sauce. I know people think I have a 6-figure income. They want to know, like, what is it that you do? What do you say? When do you invite people to coaching? Like, how do you bring that up? I don't have a way of systematically doing it. I just learned from talking to a lot of people and making a lot of mistakes and being willing to say, like, to, you know, hundreds of people, have you ever considered doing what I do as a coach? And being willing to hear 100 times, no, like, I'm not interested. I don't want to promote Beachbody products. I don't want to be a salesperson. I think Beachbody is ridiculous. You know, like I asked this fitness professional and she's like, I would never do Beachbody. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, you know, no big deal. I just thought I'd ask you. So that's the only difference between someone who's successful and someone who isn't successful. They're just willing to go out and do those hard things and not take it personally and keep growing as a leader. And the most successful people in this business are leaders of leaders. So not leaders of followers. We're not creating people that are like lemmings that follow us and do exactly what we do. We're raising people up and we're giving them all the tools that they need to successfully lead. So speaking of that, that is what has led Kristen to naturally and organically step up and create this amazing presentation that she's going to give to us. This is her first time, you know, giving the presentation on our team call. So everybody give her a big round of applause. And she's a diamond coach on our team. She's personally sponsored by Stephanie Kaufman. She and I and Stephanie have really been brainstorming a lot together, and the direction that you're seeing the team go in as a whole, as a culture, has really been because of Stephanie, Kristen, Celia, and myself. That's the ones that have brainstormed. That's the people that put in the time to really make the groups better. Celia with her posting, and us, you know, just coming together as a team. So Welcome, Kristen, to be our guest speaker. I'm really excited to have you, and thanks so much for being willing to lead the call.
Thanks, man. All right. So first off, I just want to tell everyone who provided their successful posts on their page, created engagement and things like that, good topics for discussion to share. I thought it was awesome. Even if you didn't post your link, I still kind of thumbed through. I made it a point to thumb through your page and find some really stuff that kind of stuck out to me, that intrigued me. If you provided posts and things like that and I didn't include it, please note that it's not because it wasn't good. It was because I wanted to condense it the best that I could to create it short and sweet. So if your post isn't on here, it's not to say it's not good. I did do screenshots, and hopefully going forward, we can maybe do this again and create more and more videos as we bring on new coaches and have maybe just a place of reference for us as we continue to grow and learn from one another. So like I said, I did do this presentation. I did record it, and I did upload it to YouTube. So if you ever want a link, you can just message me, or I can post it in Limitless, or you can just go to my YouTube channel and pull it up there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. All right. So like we were talking about, is how to increase post engagement. The first thing, you guys, the most important thing to do is to just tell your story. It's so important that you show your vulnerability and that you're showing where you were, where you are, and where you see yourself going, because not only are you able to be transparent and show people your journey, but you're able to kind of sprinkle in that coaching aspect so people can see, I can do that. It's really hard for people to see you now in the present, and they don't see those live videos from a year ago. They don't see your fitness videos when you were falling on your face and stuff like that. So just really being relatable, being honest, and being you is super, super important. I know that we talk about this a lot. This is something that is repeated time and time again in the training that we're in as well. So just wanted to go ahead and share that again. How to tell your story. Let's go ahead. We'll just do this. Oh no, I didn't start out. All right. All right, so I wanted to start off with this and how to tell your story. It's so important, again, to just show that transparency. Lisa did a really, really awesome job. This was an awesome post. She talked about who she was before and after in 2015 and who she is now. And she was able to relate to her audience. She had a lot of feedback and a lot of feedback with the post. And, again, like I talk about in the video, is that when you're posting, it's not about, I'm going to put this post up to sell a challenge pack. I'm not going to put this up to potentially sign a coach. You have to be very, very specific in your post, your content, and who are you targeting. Because how you tell your story, you may be targeting your avatar, but you may even be targeting the person you were before Beachbody and things like that. So just be very strategic in what you're saying, how you're saying it, and who you're targeting. Next, you guys, it's really important to share your story. And Celia does an awesome job at this. She's always doing her transformation posts before and after and things like that. But she talks about it, like the good, the bad, and the ugly. She's always sharing things, which I think is awesome. And then she also brings up a little bit of reflection, which again is just being transparent, and people can relate to that. She had a lot of engagement on that post. It was awesome. And then tell your story. I put mine here because not only, are we sharing our story, we're engaging with people, and we're just trying to be open and honest, but this is when I actually told my story. Like, I was honest, I was upfront, I shared the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like, I was over $7,000 in debt, I was fat, miserable, depressed. I hated everything and anything in my life. And then I also kind of dove into where I am now and sprinkled a little bit of the coaching opportunity in that. And I had a lot of engagement. My sole purpose was not to sell challenge packs. It was not to get people to buy stuff or to get my challenge group. It was strictly so people could know a little bit more about me. I had a lot of engagement on this post. I had a lot of people reach out to me and just say, thanks for just airing out your laundry and being honest. Like, that's why we follow you. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. So just telling your story. Something that I haven't shared in the video that's available is that I'm a huge PD nut, if you can't tell. And I listen to Les Brown all the time. And something that I got from him is that you have to be able to tell your story. Someone even reached out to me like, I don't know my story. I don't know where to begin. You need to just be able to condense it, and you need to memorize it, and you need to be able to tell it. So, 5 years from now, is your story going to change? No, because you're telling the same story of where you were, who you are, and where you're going. If you're familiar with him, if you ever watch him, his story is the same time and time again, like over the past 5, 10, 15 years, like it doesn't change. He might add stuff to it, but the story in and of itself is the same. So if you don't know your story, work on it. Reach out to people in the group, your success partner, anything like that. Maybe do like an interview. We've kind of done that in the training, and that really helped me kind of dig deep and get my story and just, be able to share that more. Embrace your story. This is like the most important part about it, because you can talk all day long how you're a coach and you got fit and, oh, I eat healthy now. But if you don't embrace who you were before Beachbody, before you became a coach, before you joined the challenge group, you're not going to connect with anybody. I would have to say that Annie did an amazing job. She was very hesitant to share it, but the moment that she did, she just let all her barriers down, and just, her page kind of went crazy. This post went crazy, and she still has people reaching out. Again, not to sell stuff, not to build coaches, not to build a team, just connecting with people, right? And forming that trust, because you can do all of this stuff, but until people actually trust you and know a little bit more about you, those are the people that are going to stick around. So that's why it's so important to just embrace the good, the bad, and the ugly. And again, connecting is key. No matter if you're sharing fitness, family, faith, anything random, you want to be you and stay true to who you are. Another thing that I kind of shared is that, you try to do something off or do something that other coaches are doing. You might connect with random people, but they're not going to be your avatar. People are going to see through it. If you are going to take things from other coaches, make them your own. Put your twist on it. Make sure that you're connecting with your audience. And, something that I've also learned is find your 4 pillars. For me, it's fitness, family, faith, and fun, like that, and coffee. So that is stuff that I share all the time. So really kind of dive into who you are and find those 4 pillars that you can share about, because the more that you kind of get in touch with that, you're going to connect with your audience on a deeper level. I can't see because I got you in the way here. Again, this is something that I thought was really cool. I went scrolling through Callie's page, and this stuck out to me. Because she's sharing her family, and she's sharing, everything. And I just thought it was a good, like, before and after. And this is something, like, I was looking for one of her posts, and I came across this. I was like, I'm just going to share this because this completely caught my eye. So again, just share your family. This is another really good example of how you can do a before and after, but kind of incorporate your family and, get people to get to know you and want to know you better. Because after this picture, I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So that kind of drew me in a little bit more versus seeing like fitness stuff. Stephanie Kathman, Your kids are adorable. She does a really good job of connecting with her audience, especially with Tiny T. Everybody knows who she is. She did a really good job of having a captivating pick, right? That's going to grab your attention, grab your audience's attention, but also the content. She's connecting with her audience because she's not only sharing a proud parent moment, but at the end, she kind of sprinkles in a little bit like, what's your goal? Kind of gets people's thoughts going and, you know, again, increases engagement on her posts. Live videos are honestly where it's at. It allows you to connect. Oops, hold on. There you go. Sorry, I don't know if I screwed that up or not. But it allows you to connect with your audience on that personal level. You know, for me, I work full-time 9 to 5, so trying to get in a lot of live videos and sharing value that much is really hard for me. So what I do to be consistent is I just go live the same time every single day. And that's what you guys should be doing too. Don't make it random, because the more random you are, people aren't going to know when you go live. So I typically have, you know, a handful of people on my videos. It's not crazy, but it is pretty consistent. And, you know, you always want to just make sure that the video is clear. And the more consistent you are, you guys, the more that you're going to connect, and always make sure that you're asking questions as well. Again, going in with connection and connecting with your audience, going live is the bread and butter to your business. Not only are you able to connect, but you're able to share your life with them. You let them into your home. And this is another thing that we've really kind of honed in on with this training, is that, you know, people want to see your family. People want to know what you do for dinner. They want to watch you work out. They want to know that you're real. So the more that you go live and sharing these different aspects of your life, people are going to be able to relate to you. Stephanie had a really good example. That was funny. She, again, sprinkled in a little bit about coaching. Now, you can't tell in this post that it's about coaching and things like that, but she talked a lot about how she was excited because we're going on a vacation, and she actually gave one of her spots away. So it was pretty good. And always just making sure that, like I said, you have an enticing text or catchword phrasing and things like that to draw people in, so they're more enticed to see exactly and watch exactly what you're doing and showing. And again, you always want to make sure that you're providing value for people. And the more value you provide, the more likely they're going to engage on your posts. Sharing your life. Always make sure that you're asking questions, ask for feedback, and share what's going on. Marissa does a lot of this, which is awesome. And I think recently she's done really well sharing her move and just sharing her journey and her life and the transition into home ownership. You know, and this isn't fitness. And this is what she was talking about recently, is like, it doesn't always have to be fitness related. And she's gaining, you know, momentum on her posts, and she's gaining, you know, kind of pulling people out from the woodwork who might not be commenting on her fitness posts, but if she's asking questions about home ownerships, before and afters and stuff like that, those people are going to be the ones to engage. So kind of just pulling out new faces. Cassie did an awesome job too. I thought this post was super cool. It's super simple, you guys. It doesn't have to be overly in depth all of the time. And I thought this was really cute. It made me like, oh, where are they? Again, touching on sharing your journey, no matter what's going on, no matter what you're doing, you guys always want to make sure that you're connecting. Raina's been sharing a lot about her pregnancy and things like that, which is awesome. And she's connecting with new people, having more engagement on her videos and things like that, because they know that she's pregnant. So they want to see her work out and see what she's doing. I freaking love this post. I think because I'm a nurse at heart, but this isn't Beachbody, this isn't fitness related, but you're letting people in to your life, to your world, what you do. So it's at this point when people don't see you as a coach. They don't see you, posting fitness and, you're a foodie and all that. They see you raw. They see you going through your life, experiencing changes in your career just like anybody else does. I actually really, really related to this post because I went through something similar. Always make sure that you're sharing fitness tips, free groups, and transformations. I thought this was a pretty cool pick. This is something that caught my eye. She didn't have a lot of words, didn't have a lot of verbiage. It was like straight and to the point, no excuses. She talks about her first fitness competition. She's nearly 40. She's had 3 C-sections, no excuses. Straight and to the point. Fitness tips, free groups, and transformations. Again, you guys, Marissa does a really good job of inviting people to the opportunity, and free is where it's at. If you're not doing free groups, if you're not inviting people to something free, then you're totally doing yourself, your business, and people on your page a disservice. So I highly recommend, if you're not running free groups, that you definitely start and really figure out what works for you. Something that we kind of touched on in the training recently is trying to do free groups that fit your audience. No, just do what you're good at and do what you like. Don't try to do something that you don't enjoy. For me personally, I don't like to do food and crock pot recipes and all that stuff, so I don't do them. If I did, it would probably be a disaster. I wanted to go ahead and show this and how it is important to share your moves of the day, share your workout and things like that, quick fitness tips. Annie had a video go really, really well, and I went ahead and posted it here because she had somebody tag her, shared it. She had a lot of views, a lot of comments, a lot of engagement, and a lot of people reaching out to her just on like quick tips and things like that, how to modify and things, which was awesome. So if you guys are not doing videos, if you are not doing short clips, sharing, workouts, things that you're doing now, you should probably start, because if you want people to do what you're doing, you have to show them that they can do it. If you don't know how to do anything like that, I'm sure you could definitely reach out to your upline or one of us within the team, and we could definitely help or provide any feedback. And then the most important thing, you guys, is what has coaching done for you? This is something that, how do I share? This is something that I learned trying to figure out first your 10 reasons or 10 things, rationales as to coaching and why you got into coaching, how coaching has helped you, and then bump it up to 20. And then slowly just sprinkle that in. It doesn't have to be coaching opportunity and things like that. Like the other day I did a video about how I paid off my computer. I haven't dropped it yet, but it's saved $1,000 to pay my computer off. I wasn't like, hey, come join my team and stuff like that. But I got a lot of people even, messaging me, reaching out like, that's awesome. Like, congratulations. I was like, that's huge, and that's Beachbody. So just kind of tapping into coaching and why you do what you do and sprinkling that into your posts is something that'll help you as well. So that's it. I did it's like a 10 to 12, maybe 14-minute video, and kind of went through that. So, if you need a reference, if you want the PowerPoint, if you're bringing on new coaches and you want to kind of show them some helpful quick tips and things like that. And then maybe as we move forward, we can do a little bit more and share a little bit more and go from there if you guys like that. And that's it. Ta-da!
I'm blown away, Kristen. Freaking amazing job. Amazing everything. That was awesome. Thank you.
Oh, and if you guys were commenting the whole time, I didn't click on it because I was afraid I'd exit out. But yeah, my thing is that so many people had so many awesome posts. Tanisha even had cooking stuff that I was like, I want to put that in there. And I did, but then trying to get through every slide, it was 17 minutes long and it wouldn't upload. And I was like, this is too long. So I had to just condense it. So thanks.
This presentation was awesome. This is right in my little emerald world.
Hey, I'm glad. It was pretty cool. It was nice putting it together and kind of seeing what works for people too, which was good.
I think it's awesome that you gave us a YouTube video as a resource too, because like when you're flipping through, we can't really take it all in, but it'll be awesome for people and new coaches to see because they'll have that right off the bat as a resource. I think this is incredible.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I uploaded it because Marissa's like, well, I'm moving, I'm doing this. I'm like, I already recorded it, so I hope that's good. So yeah, I mean, it's loaded, and I can give you guys the link so you have access to it, but I just wanted to hurry up and get it in there. Cool. Do you guys have any questions? Pretty straightforward.
I have one question. I don't know if Annie's on the call or not, but did she do Jesse's training?
Mm-hmm.
She is in Jesse's training, yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I like how you kind of pointed out, like, well, the way I took it is don't post with the intention of like, I'm going to do this post so I can get a sale.
Yeah.
Like, you should just want to post. You should want to post to put out value. You should want to share your story so that you can connect with people. You should want to do things like on a bigger scale, not like, I'm going to do this post and I'm going to make so much money off of it. That's not a post that's going to go over well. It's just not.
Mm. And I'll say too, like with me, I mean, a common theme that I have when people message me, when people comment, I mean, like people will message me all the time and just say, thank you for your, I mean, it's like recurrent transparency, and just being humble, like with your experience and stuff like that. And that's what it's about. Because if you can meet people on that level, you know, and not expect anything from them, those are the people that are going to stick around. I mean, I have people that are just now messaging me like, I think I'm ready for this whole fitness thing. And they were like the first people to like my page. Yeah. And I noticed too, like I'll do certain posts that I know are going to bring certain people out from the woodwork. Like I had a date night pic the other night. And I had people like my high school friends that are on my Facebook page, and they were liking and commenting. And I was like, I know you follow me, stalker. So if you just try to change things up and kind of see what happens too.
I was sharing with Marissa, we had a long talk the other day, that posting sometimes out of your norm is huge. Like, I hate to cook. I've always told people, like, if you're going to come to my page, it's not going to be about nutrition because I don't care about nutrition. I mean, I have to follow it, but I don't enjoy it. I don't like cooking, blah, blah, blah. But then I don't know, it clicked one day that I was like, okay, well, I don't like nutrition, but I bet somebody else out there doesn't like it either, but they still need to eat healthy. And so I just started sharing live, like, what I do for dinner. It's nothing extravagant. It's not some 5-course meal. I'm not some mom cooking casserole dish lady. Like, I don't crock pot all day. I literally make like very simple meals, and I kind of repeat a lot of things, but that's what I do. And people are like, thank you. And it's like, I would have never thought to post that because I don't really enjoy it, but I have to do it. And I don't know. So sometimes posting things that, you know, you don't love, but you are doing, you know, not everybody loves to work out, but we have to do it if that's where we want to go. So I don't know. It's just kind of interesting how that has panned out, and people are coming out, and, you know, I'm meeting new viewers that I wouldn't have met otherwise.
Something too that I don't know if people know about is I'm running it's a water and a PD free group. And I mean, there's only like 40 people in the group, and it's crazy. I was like, we are not doing fitness. Stop talking about fitness. I'm not here to talk about working out. If you want to talk about working out, then you can message me on the side. And it's going really good too. And, you know, because I always run fitness groups, free groups. And so I tried something different, and they're committed. And I even told them the first day, like, this is how it's going to be. If it's not for you, then you need to leave. And everybody stayed. So, and that's completely out of my norm too. But I don't know. I think just figuring out what works for you and sticking to those 4 pillars, I think, is key. So if you don't have like 4 things that you love, then figure out those 4 things, and those are like the spectrums that you should be posting about. Because when you identify that and it's not random, then you're going to start to connect with people more. That's what I've learned. Because even though people aren't liking your posts and commenting, they're still going to message you. Because I don't have like, crazy amounts of people liking all my stuff all the time. But if I have a post go up that's funny or that they really connect with, they might not even like it or comment, and they'll just message me like, thanks for that. I really appreciated that today. Something. Or why the hell do you get up at 4 a.m.?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I think that 2 things. So what you just said, I think is like really pertinent, because this morning I posted about how many times do you reheat your coffee in the morning, and I got like 30 comments from all these moms that are like, oh my God, so many times. Or I got recommendations for like hot thermoses and like whatever. So the simplest of things that you're going through in your day, like, I was like sitting there this morning brushing my teeth, and I think I'm going to put a post up that's like, do you squeeze from the bottom or the middle? Like, who cares? But like, everybody always, like, it's those little things in life that are like comical and whatever. I get a lot of engagement on those stupid little questions. So like those types of things. And that's my personality. Like, I would ask somebody that shit, like, why? Who knows? But so like, it's just your little quirky personality that gets people hooked. And the biggest thing that from your presentation that stuck out to me is that there was not one single post that you put up that I saw that had anything to do with Beachbody. Like, it's all about Beachbody, but not one single person, when you pull it up, there's like, there's not the word, there's not like Shakeology everywhere. But it's the fact that like our lives are intertwined with it, and the fact that it's changed all of our lives. So like all of those posts have everything to do with it, but it's not a banner ad. Like, it was really powerful to see everybody's posts that got so much engagement, and it was all about them, not about products or, us sweating it out every day to Beachbody workouts. So.
Tanisha, that's actually like awesome what you just brought up about like those little things. Like, do you squeeze from the bottom or the top? Because those are like your most, like, people's typical most engaging posts. And what it's bringing out is, who are your followers? Because otherwise they wouldn't be seeing the post. So even though they're commenting on something totally random, those are still your followers. And those are all people that, you could choose to do it. If you have 30 people that are like bottom, top, those are people that you can message and be like, hey, thanks for stopping by. Like, how did you come to find my page? And that's a conversation starter.
I just sold an all access to someone that commented on one of those posts, and she's like, I've been following you for 1.5 years. I just never comment. And I was like, well, crap, I need to message all these people then. So it actually like gave me a platform to start invites. So that, I don't know, it's like the stupidest thing is turned into something really cool. So.
And it's also, I wanted to share about how you said like none of those posts were about Beachbody. I had a discount coach that I just wanted to connect with. We got on the phone, and I think it was one of my discount or hobby coaches, but she was saying how she, people are coming up and asking what she's doing. Gosh, maybe it's you, Maria. I don't know. But she commented how people are like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'll share. And then it's crickets. And I was like, and the more we talked, what I found out was there was somebody else in her school system that is a Beachbody coach, and he like doesn't shut up. He like just talks and talks and talks, shoves Shakeology down people's throats. And I was like, okay, so if somebody's coming up saying, oh, what are you doing? And you're saying, oh, I'm doing 21-day fix. They're associating that with that guy. And they have shut the door, ears off, walls up. I don't care what you say after that. They're done. And so like, I was just sharing with her, like, that's why you'll never see that on my page. And, and I was like, next time that happens, cause she was just a discount coach. I was like, next time that happens, just respond back with like, oh, I'm doing 30-minute workouts. Yeah. I follow a simple meal plan. And I was like, cause that's what just happened. The minute they did an association, they were out the door.
I was all in like when my girlfriend was like telling me about what she was doing and stuff, I was all in. And the minute she said Beachbody, I was ready to throw it away at the beginning because of preconceived notions that I had about the company and everything else, because I had bad experiences in the past. So it's definitely like, I also wish they would rename the company, but they're not going to. So I think that as soon as you hear those words, it's like, you know, everybody has those pictures that come up in their mind, but that's kind of what we're here for, is to dispel all those myths. So
something that's also been helping me on my page is I've honestly been sharing about choose your coach wisely, because there's a lot of people out there that they'll come to my page, ask me for help. And I'm like, oh, do you have a coach? Yeah, my friend just started a business, so I just wanted to help him out. But I like, you know, what you have to say, or, you know, like, but can you help me? And so I've been pretty clear on my page, like, choose your coach wisely, you guys. Like, you need to choose someone, not that we have to have a background. Like, I'm not saying like you have to have a personal training background. I'm just saying on my page, like, choose your coach wisely. Are they showing up every day? Are they following the program? You know, are they getting results? Because if they're not doing all those things and you're just giving them your money, well, you're not going to get much in return from it. So choose your coach wisely. I wouldn't just be, you know, giving my friend money, just be, you know, you're giving them money and in return, they're giving you nothing. Because I make it clear, like, I will turn you back to your coach. Once I hear you have a coach, I will guide you right back to your coach. So choose them wisely. And that seems to actually be like helping, and people are saying that resonated with me. I need someone that knows, you know, and shows up every day.
Cool. I vented for the first time in a long time today, and it went over well. I cussed a lot.
What did you vent about? Vents go really well for me too. What did you vent about?
I talked a lot about my job. Like, I was really frustrated, and I just, like, Julian and his friend were here, and I just went to the bathroom and just had like a 5-minute pity party and was just pissed off at my job and talked about it, because I was like, you know, I work full time, blah, blah, blah. You have no idea what I have to do. So, like, I'm a nurse and I work for Humana, and I'm licensed in like 40 something states, and they want me to get licensed in all 50. And they're giving me deadlines to complete them. And I was like in tears, because I had one of the applications is for Illinois, and it's like 20 pages. I was like giving the middle finger the entire time, but I was just talking. I was like, now how does this relate to your health and fitness goals? And I just tied it in. I'm like, stop telling me you don't have time. Stop telling me you're tired. Stop telling me all these excuses. I go, I just got a message from a girl who said she works 2 jobs. Well, so do I. And I said, I got 2 kids, and I got to fill out 5 freaking applications in a week. And started doing stuff. I said, stop telling me you're tired. I want to hear it.
But that's awesome. That's,
yeah. I mean, it went on forever because people kept joining, and then and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go now, and I'm going to stop having my pity party. But I just talked about having like 5 minutes of feeling sorry for yourself and getting over it. And I had somebody message me and saying thanks. Like, I've been on my couch